GFlip, happy Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, good. I love Mardi Gras. It's gay Christmas. It's always a good vibe. I've been to a couple of them now, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
What does Mardi Gras mean to you as a queer person in 2024?
Yeah, it means so much to just celebrate who we are, and for queer people, celebrate the journeys we've come on to become who we are. Like, not everyone's had a really easy journey, so and things have been tough. So to come out and celebrate, be your authentic self around so many other queer people who are also celebrating themselves, with each other and all our allies, it's so good. And just the euphoria and the feeling in the air of Mardi Gras, always a bit emotional to me, actually. I kind of cry because I feel so, I don't know, the air. It's like when you're in part of the float or the march or you're watching it, there's like so much love in the air that you can feel it.
Gay Christmas, as you said, like it really is. Like it's rainbow love. You mentioned allies. It's really important, I think, to acknowledge our allies across the rainbow.
Yes.
And heterosexual people, in my opinion, are on that rainbow because we're all there together, and we can't be where we are today without our allies that have fought for us as well as us fighting. Would you say?
Yeah, 100%. When I think of allies, something that comes to mind is, my parents and them educating their friends about my gender identity and being a great ally to me, and educating their friends on they them pronouns and being the best ally they can for me. And so every queer person has their queer friends, but also their allies that support them and have their back and show them love. So of course allies are just as important in Mardi Gras and make the celebration so much fun.
Do you talking of pronouns, that's sort of at the fore of the movement these days, where we're fighting to have that recognised and so on. Do you think we've moved past that now? Because like maybe a couple of years ago when you were coming out and your music was coming out and you were really pushing ahead, it was like, oh, what's going on? But now it feels like it's a lot more, I hate the word normal, so I'm not saying the word normal, but a lot more just, stay them, and if I incorrectly say something, then I'll correct myself and then say the right thing.
I think now, within the industries I work in, a lot of people know that I'm non-binary and they get my pronouns right, or they're trying their hardest and correct themselves if they do get it wrong. But there's definitely some places in the world that are still like, what the fuck, you're a girl, So there's definitely still some places in the world that are still, trying to understand it, and, some places are a little bit behind. But definitely over the last few years, just even in my friendship group, even me, like I didn't know what it was to be non-binary till, what year are we in? 2024. So like probably, before COVID, I didn't really know what it meant to be non-binary. I hadn't educated myself yet, and there wasn't many people in the media who had come out for me to, see it and then educate myself. So now, there's definitely a lot more people coming out non-binary or who are confident in talking about being non-binary, which the representation helps. The representation is what a kid that's, in the country, not understanding their gender identity, they might see me on TV or see Sam Smith on TV and then might, understand their gender a little bit more. So definitely representation is amazing.
And being non-binary doesn't mean that you might on one day wear lots of makeup and present more feminine perhaps, or on another day be like presenting however you want. Like it's who you want to be. Like non-binary doesn't mean I don't know, like I think people just put us all in boxes. I feel as a queer person when I came out 700 years ago that I was fearful of being in a box, because I was like, I don't know what I am, I don't know where I fit in that, and I don't know, am I gay, am I bisexual, am I trying to this, and all of those things. It's like, and if you put yourself in a box, then how do I get out of that box if I fall in love with whatever, like 100% far out, it's just a funny old world we live in. But I do feel that we've taken the right steps and that there's a long way to go, but we're heading in the right direction.
We're heading, definitely. I think we're heading in the right direction.
And you know what?
What?
You're a huge part of that.
Oh,
your visibility and your being vocal is huge.
Thank you.
To me and to others. When I was young, I didn't have a GFlip to respect and admire.
Yeah.
So that means a lot, right?
Yeah, 100%. I think, you know, the backbone of my project GFlip is definitely being the representation I didn't have as a kid. I had a happy childhood, but I definitely had very dark thoughts because I didn't understand my sexuality. I was brought up in a Catholic primary school and a Catholic all-girls high school. I didn't feel comfortable being who I was, and that did lead me to have darker thoughts at the back of my head that would haunt me. So being the representation I never had has always been very important to me, because I want to help someone who felt like me as a kid, because I don't want anyone to feel like that.
Just because we're in an Uber, it's nice to have brands and companies supporting. My view on rainbows is the more the merrier.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know there's controversy around different things, not to go into that, but Uber's supporting Mardi Gras, getting on board in a meaningful way is a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. And I also think the concept's pretty fun, like for Uber to give out free rides on Saturday for everyone going to Mardi Gras if you get an Uber pool. I think it's just really fun. And like, I remember my first Mardi Gras, I didn't have much money. I was, you know, it's like sometimes expensive to get into the parties, to get outfits, to get drinks. So I just think it's cool that Uber pool, you know, you get to save money because you're traveling, but you also get to travel with other random people that are going to Mardi Gras. If you're single, you might find the love of your life. You might find some cool people to party with. They're also donating to -18 for every ride that you jump in that I'm in, so I'm going to be hanging out in rides, so you can come ride with me. But it's great, you know, Uber getting on board and doing something cool like this. So, and the free rides, I think, is just great. You know, it's awesome.
Thank you.
No stress.